Okay, it's time to make a slap-slop video about a topic that nobody cares about, that we're all gonna forget about the moment that the video is over. Does that sound good? I hope so. We're gonna talk about the time that Destiny and Nicholas DiOrio got into it on the timeline, which is currently happening like right now and overnight and whatever. So, before I get into that, hey, hi, hello, my name is Dan Frampton and this is the art of slop. Around here, we revere the slop video. We love the quick topic style commentary. We love getting it out quickly, and we love just engaging with whatever's going on the internet during any particular time. And right now we gotta talk about shamed streamer Destiny going up against commentary's rising star, Nicholas DiOrio. Commentary's rising star. Okay, but before we do, I'm gonna talk about my little comic book that I have hosted over here on webtoons.com. We are 2 issues deep into a series that I'm calling Pit Pros, about a mosh pit superhero named Zilch. You can go read them now for free. Here it is. Doesn't that cover look so sick and enticing? That's him, that's Zilch, written and illustrated by me, yours truly, Dan Frampton, and look at all this stunning artwork. The inspirations for this thing run from Dragon Ball Z to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to regular show, and maybe throw in a little bit of home movies as well. So if that in any way sounds half decent to you, how's about you follow that link in the description. Remember, free, absolutely free, $0. It's a free comic book. Why wouldn't you read it? I don't understand. If someone's like, here's a free comic book, I'm 100% gonna read it. Especially if it's about a punk rock superhero. That's crazy. So you think I'm gonna be talking about Aiden Ross or Kanye West? Nah, I don't think so. Let's X out that. Apparently there was some text messages between the two. Don't care about those. We're not even here to talk about the history that was just made by speed running YouTuber Summoning Salt, as he just beat the world record for beating Mike Tyson in under 2 minutes in Punch-Out. Absolutely crazy history being made. We're not here to talk about it. But if you want to know why it's so awesome, go watch the video that Summoning Salt made on the topic, made on the speedrun circuit for Mike Tyson's Punch-Out that he made 4 years ago, called The Quest to Beat Matt Turk. And last night, it happened. History. But we're not here to talk about history. This is stuff that you should remember after this video is over. We're here to make a slop video about a topic that no one cares about, that you're gonna forget about the moment that the video is over. And for that, we're gonna go over to Yeet again. Amazing account, love this account, the TMZ for streamers, with a criminal 8.3 thousand followers. You gotta get on this account. But as far as archiving the drama, it's all right here, in this thread, down here. And before we get into what Yeet tweets out, maybe a little bit of context. Just a little bit. If you forget who Destiny is, I made 2 videos about him so far on this channel. He's the streamer that sends unconsenting, private videos and audio recordings of the people that he has sexual encounters with to other people, and is now getting currently called out for all of that behavior. And like I said, I've made 2 videos about this topic. If you want quick speedruns on the drama, it's there. Otherwise, you can watch these multiple hours long VODs on the Nicholas DiOrio channel. But we're just here to talk about this fight. We're just throwing lefts and rights back and forth. It's like our own very own personal Mike Tyson's Punch-Out right now. Yeet tweets out, Destiny and Nicholas DiOrio are feuding on the timeline. Destiny calls out a DiOrio tweet saying he shouldn't have a career in mainstream politics. And then it's quoted. Destiny tweeted the following: I just want to say how absolutely fucking hilarious it is that you fat soy fucks were screeching and screaming about how horrible and evil cancel culture is and how the Me Too shit was innocent until proven guilty. But you're super content to take a side on this because of where popular support is when only one side has spoken. When only one side has spoken, what are you talking about? I'm not gonna be the one to rip into this tweet. We're just gonna go over what Nicholas DiOrio had to say about it. But this tweet continues. I'll respond with more substance when I can, but when I'm being attacked by people who have literally nothing to lose and everything to gain by saying whatever insane shit they can publicly while trying to squeeze me legally, privately, which puts me in the most annoying fucking spot imaginable when dealing with dipshits like you. Yeah, you hear that, DiOrio? If you really want to show your nuts, why not attack places like Kiwi Farms, where the content is literally being hosted and blasted to the world? Oh, because that's a scarier party to go after, eh? Talk about cowards. Man, Destiny, you really should be, I don't know, shutting up right now. Nicholas DiOrio then retweets that with the following. Kiwi Farms wouldn't have Pixie's files if you didn't share them without her consent, you pathetic freak. Good point, Nicholas DiOrio. The next tweet in the thread says, Destiny points out that Nicholas DiOrio retweeted a comment cop tweet about being innocent until proven guilty just before tweeting about him. And then in this screenshot right here, it just shows that tweet from the comment cop that was reposted by Nicholas DiOrio, to which DiOrio responds, you shared Pixie's intimate videos with a random 19-year-old OnlyFans model and then posted logs where you admitted to severely damaging her. Why are you responding to me at all? You literally did this, bro. And then DiOrio highlights the part where he does kind of admit to that. And then Destiny says to that, I didn't admit shit, but great framing, to which Nicholas DiOrio then re-highlighted it here. It's a conversation between Destiny and Straighteraid, where you can read it right here, but the line in question is, obviously, I have severely, at the very least psychologically, damaged her. That's you admitting to it and being called out for admitting to it. The whole context is here, you definitely did say that. And then to say I didn't admit shit underneath the screenshot of you admitting the shit, it's kind of stupid. Kind of stupid. Kind of like a cell phone, like the easiest alley-oop of all time. And then Yeet adds to the thread, even Kiwi Farms responded, claiming Destiny is the only person liable. And then shows a screenshot of that tweet that reads, Hi Destiny, the law 15 USC 6851 puts liability for non-con intimate images on the person who released it. There are carve-outs for liability in matters of public interest, such as political figures. You are the only person who can be held liable for what you did. And then after seeing that, Nicholas DiOrio jumps into this thread and says, this is how I found out, LOL. So as the Destiny stock keeps plummeting, Nicholas DiOrio's stock keeps rising. Nicholas DiOrio was pulling like a couple hundred viewers during his streams like a year ago. Now he's pulling like 6,000 to 7,000 people concurrently talking about this kind of stuff. It's also kind of doing my head in because like around that time, maybe a little bit longer than a year ago, maybe like 2 to 3 years ago, maybe even 4 years ago, Nicholas DiOrio, I saw in my brain as like one of the biggest Destiny glazers out there. You could definitely see and smell all the Destiny inspiration off of Nicholas DiOrio when he was getting started. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like the way Destiny over prepares for a stream is the same way that Nicholas DiOrio does it, but it is kind of the meta to do it that way. And I wouldn't necessarily call Nicholas DiOrio an orbiter of Destiny at the time. Nicholas DiOrio was much smaller of a creator, and now he's kind of leading the charge in the downfall of Destiny. It's kind of wild how drastically in full circle the paradigm just absolutely snaps in an instant. And 3-paragraph tweets worded like this just come across like a crash out, Destiny. It's kind of like a really bad look on top of what you're already dealing with. So I have no idea why in your brain you're like, this is a good idea to go on this tirade right now. But you did, and it was funny, and it was good to go over. I'm done now. Thank you so much for watching. Please read Pit Pros, and until my next upload, watch another upload. Okay, take care, see you later, and have a good one.